right, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have everyone back. Kind of fun. Yesterday was we almost, man, we missed that 20,000 break on Bitcoin by a couple minutes. Now you might be asking, well, why is that significant? And that's a good point. Now, first of all, Riot, Mara, a lot of these stocks move with Bitcoin. But the biggest point I was hoping to make yesterday, and I'll make it today instead, is if you're new to this and you're learning technical analysis, support and resistance, it is no coincidence. And this is pretty just kind of like elementary technical analysis. The reason I wanted to fixate on that 20,000 level is it's just like a penny stock breaking $2. It's just like a real stock breaking $20 or $200. That when you've got that trend alignment, that's what we're talking about here is you remember 20,000 was the all-time high from 2017. So that's a significant resistance level. And then it was also, hardcore resistance on the monthly chart for 2 months now, roughly. 2 months-ish. It had tried to break that 20,000 level and failed over and over and over. Just couldn't break. Now, what that tells you is when it finally breaks, when that trend aligns, that multiple time frame alignment, which again, I can't recommend Brian Shannon's book enough. It's 10 years old. I still have it. I still reference it. I still mention it all the time. But when you get that multiple trend alignment, you get moves like this. And think of this, excuse me again, and whether or not you're trading Bitcoin, maybe you have no interest. Maybe you're like, Tim, shut up about Bitcoin. I don't care. My point is, think of this like a $2 stock and look at that move when resistance finally breaks. Or think of it like a $20 stock. Look at that move. That's what I'm getting at. And then, what do we know? Resistance tends to become support. So even if Bitcoin pulls back, well, and actually, here's your trade plan. I mean, here's what I'm going to be looking to do. I'm going to be looking to buy dips to that 20,000 level because I think when the dips come, resistance is going to become support. And even if this pulls back to that 20,000 level, I think it's going to hold. That area will become technical support. And Bitcoin will probably bounce off of that. So anyway, maybe you care, maybe you don't, but I'm telling you that everything I just discussed applies to penny stocks. Blink is a weak open red to green. Oh my goodness. Woo! I would love. Stock market at all-time highs this morning. EVs are back in vogue. Oh my goodness. Tomas Kozdra. I would love a red to green on BLNK. Discussion of technical analysis on BTC and how this applies to penny stocks and real stocks. Blink would love a red to green on this. Market at all-time highs. EV still hot. I think that's a gift. And new HODs, new all-time highs incoming. Man, that new music just gets stuck in my head, man. I played that other music for like 2 years. I got the new music. Every time I play it, it just gets stuck in my head. Fubu. So what do we want on something like Fubu? And you've seen me draw this. What you want to see You want to let this prove itself, okay? So we want to get that pull. Whoops. We want to get that pull to green to red, and then we want to get that. Yeah, man, I'm drawing terrible this morning. Not that my drawings are ever good. We want to get that pull, and then that perk, and then that reclaim of VWAP. And again, this is straight out of the ebook. FUBU has had great news, streaming TV, bunch of like analyst coverage, very positive from a fundamental level. So what we want to see is we want to make sure that the buyers are still in control. And if there is a defense of green to red, if the bidders step in, they lift the bid, they hold that line at green to red, that tells you the buyers are still in control. You get a reclaim of VWAP, ideally midday, late day. That's your entry. And then your stop is a red move. So if this thing fails, goes red on the day, that's your stop. Otherwise, you use the 3-to-1 risk to reward methodology that I talk about every day in the Steady Trade team to calculate your goal. So, defense of green to red, VWAP reclaim. Pretty standard entry on a strong real stock in a hot sector. Pretty standard approach to that. You're gonna hear that a lot. Vuru once again. Is Vuru back? I tell you, before I even look at Vuru, I'm telling you, it's Thursday. Before I promise you, I have not looked at VERU this morning. As of yesterday, well, hey, I probably got it in my notes. Ha ha! I don't even look at that. 3:40. So this is from the Steady Trade team webinar. 3:43 p.m. yesterday. VERU, if this hangs around, as of now, top Friday squeeze candidate, assuming it doesn't get destroyed. So my thoughts are the same on Vuru as last night. I'm hoping it just kind of chops around and then smokes them on Friday. Smoke them if you got them. Yep. So this is what I want to see on VERU today, because if anything, I just want to kind of see a slow trickle up. Just kind of, nothing extreme, no wild moves. Because what I don't want, because remember, the only reason VERU spiked yesterday morning was somebody or somebody's got squeezed out yesterday morning. There was no reason. Now I know you're going to be like, oh, there's some analyst upgrade. I think that analyst that upgraded it was like, anyway, the joke's not coming to me. It was not. Don't try telling me it was the analyst upgrade that spiked VERU yesterday morning. It wasn't. Somebody got caught short and they got smoked. So now what I want to see, I don't want the rest of the shorts to get forced out. I just want to torture them. Torture them. What does torture look like? Can I draw like a dude getting tortured and not get in trouble? How should I torture this guy? Like waterboarding. These are drops of water. This is not working. Guy just looks like he's got a really awesome hairstyle. So those are drops of water. He's getting waterboarded. I want shorts to just get slowly waterboarded the entire day. Then we get that break of all-time highs on Friday afternoon, and we get something awesome. Kind of like this guy's hairstyle. So anyway, that's my thoughts on VERU and my terrible jokes. Same thoughts as yesterday. Prefer chop all day and smoke them on Friday afternoon. Jobs report today. It's probably out, isn't it? Usually the jobs number is 8:30. Yeah, it's right here. Looks like it's part kind of negative. 23,000. I mean, listen, you guys know me. I don't want, I want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to be employed, have a job, but 23,000. I mean, it's not like this number is insane. And here's the thing. I mean, you can't. And I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But listen, the job when you've got governments forcing people, forcing shutdowns. I'm not going to rant. People will just get mad at me. I mean, listen. If you can't figure out why the jobs number's not great, then you need to go back to elementary school. I mean, it might have something to do with the jobs number might have something to do with my favorite Ronald Reagan quote of all time. Favorite Ronald Reagan quote is the 9 most dangerous words in the dictionary are I'm from the government and I'm here to help. That explains the jobs number. All right. Rad, yeah. It's funny, I'll finish on Rad. It's just wild how the stock market works sometimes. And you guys will hear me say this over and over and over again. But these cycles repeat and they repeat and they repeat. This is December 2019. And this is December 2020. Now, I'm not saying every stock does this, but momentum stocks do. And that is, to the day on Rad, look at that run from 8 to 24. And right now, we've gone from 11 to 20. To the day. So anyway, summary is, if you're trading higher price real stocks, love Rad. So, but study your history, man. And I talked about it yesterday on the fourth day of Christmas. Notice how, here's the point. Remember when somebody asked about VERU? And I was like, man, I'm pretty sure I talked about this yesterday. You can't. I like to think I got a really good memory. I take my Alpha Brain, I eat lots of healthy fats. I take tons of supplements. I read. I try and take care of my brain. But you can't remember it all. And one of the biggest points is keep a journal, whether it be Evernote, paper, Microsoft Word, it's just, and by doing that, it greases the groove. It helps you remember these things. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, when Rad starts gapping up, you're like, hey, wait a minute. I remember Rad from last year. You bring up the chart and you're like, holy crap. Last year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 green days in a row. This year, had 7 or 8 green days in a row. To the day. So, all right, everyone. Have a great day. I think I covered everything. As usual, I missed a million questions, but I give you as much as I can in 15 minutes. Check out the Steady Trade team. Check out my personal Instagram. I'm giving away tips every day up until Christmas. And have a great trading day, my friends.